So the England squad is set to be announced today, and it looks like Gibbs-White will not be part of it. Welcome to your Forest News. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to your Forest News. Coming up, we're going to be talking about Morgan, the guy who answers my questions. Big up, INR. Make sure you've hit the like button, make sure you've subscribed, and make sure you check out OK Jerseys because you can get your England shirts, or in my case Scotland shirts, for £15. Go check out the link. It's pinned in the comments. Alright, let's start with this. So the squad is set to be announced at 9:45 AM today. And it's already pretty much been leaked out who's in the squad and who isn't. Now, how did these leaks come out? Probably from the players talking to like some journalist mates and stuff, especially those who didn't get in or did get in or whatever. And then from that, the journalists can put it all together and 1 + 1 will equal 2. So Tuchel's put out his squad. I'm going to share a shot here with you of the expected team or squad, should I say, to be announced. So you got the 3 goalkeepers in Pickford, Henderson and Trafford. Defence, Reece James, Livramento, Gahey, Konsa, Stones, Quansah, O'Reilly and Dan Burn. My God. In midfield, Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, big up Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson. How old is he now? Someone tell me in the chat. I think he's about 37. You got Morgan Rogers and Kobe Manua. You got up front Harry Kane, Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins, Bukayo Saka, Madueke, Rashford, Gordon, and Eze as well. So look, it looks like people like Palmer isn't going, and I'd say rightly so. Phil Foden not going, rightly so, and Gibbs-White. Now, Gibbs-White for me is probably the most informed midfielder right now, attacking midfielder, and also very versatile. We've seen him playing a 10, we've seen him playing an 8, we've seen him playing a 6, and we've seen him really ball out lately over on the left side of the pitch. And he can play on the right side of the pitch. So even if you're just taking Gibbs-White as a squad player, as someone who can fill in, maybe you pick up an injury or two, you know, you can still then use Gibbs-White in any of these positions and you know he's going to perform. And on top of that, as much as there's been frustrations for me with Gibbs-White, I think he could have scored more goals. I know it sounds crazy, but because he's scored a lot this season. But one thing you can never take from Gibbs-White is his work rate, his passion, and his attitude towards how he approaches a football match. And the thing is, you're coming into the World Cup now. If you're going to drop players who are out of form, like Cole Palmer, like Phil Foden, then surely the inverse needs to be true as well. You need to take players who are in form. And this, for me, there's a lot of biasy that sticks with reputation and sticks with Cartel 6 teams as well. Let's be real. If Gibbs-White was playing for, I don't know, Arsenal, he would be in this England squad. If Gibbs-White transferred from Forest to Arsenal yesterday, this announcement would be different. Or if he'd played one game for Arsenal or something like that. There's been so many times where you've seen in England squads of past where a kid who has just been hyped up for 5 minutes because they've made a debut for Man U or for Chelsea or whoever are suddenly straight into that England team. Yet when a team like Forest has it or a team like Everton or whatever, they don't get the same kind of opportunities. So I think this is really stupid of Thomas Tuchel not to bring him in. And let me just show you a quick article here while we're on the subject. So it says in the Times, it says England World Cup squad, Palmer out, Tony's out in Saudi, isn't he, at the moment? And Maguire's mum hits out at Tuchel. I'll quickly read through it. We'll get to the Gibbs-White bit. Cole Palmer and Phil Foden are expected to miss out on places in the England squad for the World Cup, with Tuchel's decision also to axe Harry Maguire sparking an angry response from the Manchester United centre-backs family. Ivan Toney is a shock inclusion, having not been called up by Tuchel since last summer's internationals. The striker currently plays in Saudi. He does at Al Ahly, but appears to have earned a late recall for the World Cup, which begins next month. But Morgan Gibbs-White, the in-form Nottingham Forest attacking midfielder, is set to be left out, with Jude Bellingham, Eberechi Eze and Morgan Rogers the option to fill in the number 10. Then goes on about all the other stuff, right, which is unrelated. Now, I'll be honest with you, I think Morgan Rogers is a very good player. But on form, I still think Gibbs-White has been better than Morgan Rogers. On GA, across the season, he's outperformed every single English midfielder and every single English striker as well. And I also look at it and I think of people like Danny Welcrap, who I don't really rate, but he's had a good season. And surely you take someone who's been playing in the Premier League over someone like Ivan Toney, who's been playing out in Saudi and not really up against the opponents that someone like Danny Welcrap has been up against. And the Jordan Henderson one is the one that I just don't understand. I don't even know where he is now. Didn't he go to Ajax or something? Like, what is he doing in the England squad at 37? Let me guess. Experience. Basically, if you're old, even if you're crap, by default, you're experienced. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me at all, some of these decisions. Now, as someone born in Scotland, and I ain't really got any beef with England, I look at this team as a neutral, and I think to myself, there are so many other players that you could have got into this team to make it stronger. And I think this team looks weakened just on selection. If, of course, this this expected lineup is correct. And I just wonder what he's doing. I really do. Like, Rashford's been okay over at Barca, but what's he really going to do for England? I don't know. He's a moments kind of player. I could see him as, an impact sub. But I think, look, on the positive side, I think Elliot Anderson will be starting alongside Declan Rice in that midfield. And that does excite me and interest me to see it. And I think he's going to ball out in the World Cup. I think alongside Rice, that's a really nice partnership. Arsenal, maybe you want to sell us Rice. I don't know. I think they work well together. But I don't know how strong this squad's going to be. How far do you guys think England are going to go in this World Cup? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, do you think Gibbs-White has been screwed over? Like, he got the Finalysis Player of the Month. For those of you who are wondering, go check it out on Instagram. And we got to ask him questions. I now read out my question to him as well, even though it wasn't my question, but that's a whole other story. And he's looking confident. He got scored on average by you guys on Finalysis a 99 out of 100. The highest rated performance by any player in the Premier League was Gibbs-White when he got the hat-trick against Burnley, which is crazy because he wasn't that good in the first half, but outstanding in the second half. And yet this informed player is missing out going to the World Cup. And one final thing I want to add as well is, how do you think this impacts his future at Forest? Is he going to see being as Forest as one of the reasons that he hasn't gone to the World Cup? As I mentioned, I think if he was at a Cartel 6 team, he probably does make the World Cup. But is he going to look at this and think, because we all know his passion about England, there's nothing wrong with that. Stuart Pearce was the same. Like, does this make him rethink his future? Because I actually think he wants to and is planning on staying at Forest this summer. But is this going to bring him a little bit of doubt in his mind? Or does it motivate him further, angers him into thinking, I need to prove Tuchel wrong and prove it here at Forest? Get your thoughts and I'll be interested to know what you guys think. Now, if the league team has him in it, just switch the video off now. But before you do, make sure you've hit the like button, make sure you've subscribed, and go and check out this Beat the Drop series that I've been doing. I've put it on the channel just because I thought it'd be nice. Like, I was there moderating between We Are Tottenham TV and West Ham Fan TV, and I was like, yeah, this is nice, man. These guys are sweating away and we're on the beach here and we get to kind of just watch their paint. So check it out. I'll leave it for you guys on the end screen. I'll see you on the next video. It'll be a preview for the Bournemouth match. Come on, you Reds.